It didn't take it.
Just let it go. Sometimes it'll take a minute to catch up, but it's going. So just let it go, okay? Hello, everyone. Welcome out to Hidden Valley Park in Blue Springs, Missouri at Jim Moran Field for the 2024 AAA Missouri American Legion Baseball State Championship Tournament championship game. We will have an if needed, because it is double elimination tomorrow, if the Moberly 6ers beat the Elsberry Post 226 team. But for now, this is where we're at. And today we have on site the Missouri American Legion Baseball State Chairman, Tom Rhodes, who stopped by. We had a quick interview with Tom, and we're going to roll that real quick. Go ahead, Drew. Folks, we have to my right the Missouri American Legion Baseball State Chairman, Tom Rhodes, joining us for a moment. And state championship game right here, Elsberry, Moberly 6ers. It's going to be a good one.
It could be very good, yes.
Absolutely. We got some dynamic guys going on the mound. Caden Speak, Hayden Burns. Tom, it's been a good season.
Very good season, yes.
The growth of American Legion Baseball going on, what is your thoughts about how it's moving forward?
I think it's moving forward well. You don't want to take great big leaps and bounds, and you want to keep your quality up.
Amen.
And that's very important to us. But we're seeing more and more. I was at a post last week that asked me to come over. They want to start a team next year. There's others that have been contacting me, so I'm seeing a fair amount of interest.
Yeah.
And people are wanting to get into this. They like what's going on. They see some of the things that I know that you've been putting on the social media platforms, and it's been very well, and it's been very well received.
That's awesome. Glad to hear. And not to mention the Division II, it grew again this year.
Yes.
No doubt that it's not going to grow again next year. Everything's looking positive for Missouri American Legion Baseball.
Yeah, there's some room to grow. I mean,
Absolutely.
There's absolutely some room to grow. There's areas in the state that we don't have any teams, and we'd like to see that happen.
Absolutely.
And so we're trying to get them aware of what's going on and come on aboard.
Not to mention, a couple weeks, week and a half, Mid-South Regional.
Yes.
Washington Mo hosted there in Washington, Missouri. 6 or 7 states represented?
Yes.
There'll be 2 Missouri teams in there.
Yes, there will.
Because the host team, Washington, will get a spot. And one of these 2 teams today we will see in the Mid-South.
We sure will. That's exciting. That's very exciting for Missouri.
Absolutely. Tom, thanks for taking a moment.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank
See
you.
ya.
Good to see you.
Folks, thanks a lot. As they're announcing the Moberly team here, we got a chance to talk to Hayden Burns, the starting pitcher. Drew, why don't you go ahead and roll that one, buddy? Okay, folks, we're here with the Moberly 6ers starting pitcher for today's championship game of the 2024 Missouri American Legion Baseball State Championships. Said it out loud, got it all in. Hayden Burns. Hayden, here you guys are again. You lost one early.
Yep.
What do you got to do to get this one back?
I really think just being able to hit
Go
the
ahead and
balls,
raise that up so people can hear it.
hitting the balls is going to be a big part of it. We've kept them reasonably amount of scoring. We just got to put some pressure on early on, get some runs up on the board. Really just keep scoring often and pitching it well on the mound. So hopefully I can help that out.
There you go. What kind of pitch mix are we looking at today?
A little bit of fastball, slider, change up, a little bit of change in there, but that's about it. Keep it pretty simple.
How's the slider working?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty sweepy, but depends on the day, I guess. Well, we'll see. Hopefully we got it for this one.
Is your changeup? Do we see that a small percentage? Is it just something you kind of throw in to keep people off balance?
Yeah, it's a small percentage pitch. Just kind of work it in there. If I notice something that maybe work, try it there. But that's about it.
Very good, very good. What's the mood of the club? You guys, you got a quick game here, but now, what's the mood? You guys, team feeling good? Where are they at?
Yeah, they're feeling good. They don't want to go out and roll over. They're fighters. We're going to go out and give it our all and at the end of 7 innings, we'll see where we're at. But we're going to try to get to Wednesday and play another game. So
That's the key, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hayden Burns, folks, the starting pitcher for today's Moberly 6ers in the championship game. Good luck to you, young man.
Thank you.
Elsberry getting announced here at the ballpark. We had a chance to talk with Caden Speak, the starting pitcher for Elsberry. Drew, roll it. Okay, we're here with Caden Speak. He will be the starting pitcher for today's championship game between Moberly 6ers and the Elsberry Post 226 squad. You are from the Elsberry Post 226, as you can tell by the jersey. Thanks for taking a moment.
No problem. Thank you.
Why don't you hold that up there? So
I got you.
There you go.
There
you go. So, how many of these games have you pitched in?
I think this will be my
Ninth
start.
Championship game?
Oh, championship game? No, I thought you were talking about starts. I've had a few championships. This might be my first one of the year, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your pitch mix. What are we looking for?
So right now I'm working with a 4-seam, a curveball, and a changeup.
Yeah.
You know, they break off each other pretty well. Sometimes I got a little bit of cut on my fastball, and it seems to do me justice. So,
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
You said 2-seam?
No, 4-seam.
4-seam.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked on a 2-seam much?
I tried a 2-seam and I couldn't get it to break too much, and then I tried a sinker, but my velo went down quite a bit, and it was sort of like my changeup.
Yeah.
So I kind of just got rid of that.
Yeah, you don't want it to match the change,
Because
right?
I got a pretty quick changeup. You know, in that other game where I hit the kid in the ankle.
Yes.
That was a changeup. So I mean, hopefully I can place it today.
There you go. So the team, how are they feeling? What's the attitude, man?
Oh, we're ready. You know, we've had a great season so far. We're going to come in ready to swing, and I'm going to come in ready to throw strikes. I'm not going to get behind. At least I hope so. That's my plan going into it, and we're gonna battle. We're ready for a good one.
There you go. Well, you guys had one earlier. You took Moberly down 5-0. You got another chance here. They got another chance at you. It's going to be fun. We're looking forward to it. Good luck to you today.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Caden Speak, folks. So we're announcing on the field right now, state chairman, post commanders, and then we're going to do the sportsmanship creed, and we'll be back after that, folks.
John, I'll turn it over to you.
Gentlemen, would you join me in reciting the toast? I will keep faith with my teammates, keep the rules, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, clean mind, and a healthy body.
Thank you, Commander. At this time, gentlemen, we ask you to please face the flags. Fans, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, as we honor America and the men and women who have and are still serving her today by the playing of our national anthem.
I am Ben Schwegler, United States Navy Explosive Ordnance Disposal Technician, here to welcome you to the Missouri American Legion Baseball AAA State Championships, presented to you by the U.S. Navy.
Thank you to Ben Schwegler, a gentleman we talked to with the U.S. Navy. We're proud to have them as our sponsor for the 2024 AAA Missouri American Legion Baseball State Championship. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm joined again to my left by Connor Spinagle, head coach of the AAA Sedalia Travelers. Connor, what do we got looking at here today?
We have two clubs loaded with arms, very familiar with each other. I think this is the seventh time they played this summer. Got two really, really good top of the level arms on the bump. Caden Speak going for Elsberry, and I don't remember the young man.
Hayden
from Moberly.
Burns.
Hayden Burns from Moberly. So should be a good matchup. It's about what you should expect from the state championship game.
Hey, don't worry, and it's funny, people say, oh, you can't remember. Yeah, he's good. We know who we're talking about, but, man, trying to remember everybody's name. I've called people John that aren't John. I've called people, we're out here in the sunshine getting fried. My brain is cooked after this is game number 10.
I'm a little more fresh out here. This is only game 2 this year. It's first year in a really long time that Sedalia hasn't hosted it, so I just couldn't stay away. Had to make the drive up here to Blue Springs to take this in, and thankful to be on here with you.
I appreciate it, man. Well, here we go. Championship game. Moberly, though, has an opportunity. They win here, and we will be back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock for a, if necessary, game because double elimination. So Elsberry's got it to do here to knock this Moberly team out. They've played really good baseball. Their only loss here in this championship tournament is to Elsberry yesterday. So here we go.
Here we go.
And first pitch, ball 1.
I think Speak's a 3-pitch mix guy. I think you're going to see a 4-seam fastball, some type of breaker, whether it's a curve or a slide, and a changeup.
And that's ball 2. So the lineup here, Nolan Samuel, Ashton Hunt, Jackson Engel, who we're going to see right at the top of this, followed by Anthony Ford, Carson Fletcher, Hayden Burns, Luke Waltimate. That's a strike. Then Preston Burns and Cade Bohm. 2 balls, 1 strike to Samuel. Fouled straight back into the net. In our makeshift booth to our left, we got the state chairman, Tom Rhodes, joining us. Tom, how are you, buddy?
Just fine, thank you. Trying to stay cool.
You
Good
came
luck
to the
with
wrong
that.
place for that. Press box has air conditioning.
Yeah.
I might go hide there
That's
myself.
that's why Jim stuck us down here. And that is a ringing single with 2 strikes. Speak left that up in the zone, and Samuel, nice job. He jumped on that mistake.
Yeah, he did. 2-2. It's just a little too good.
Now batting the shortstop.
Moberly just scored
Ashton
14 runs
Hunt.
last game. The bats are going for him, so we'll see if they can keep it rolling against Speak here today.
Ashton Hunt at the plate. Popped up. Creech over. Makes the catch. This team has played very well
Now batting
defensively
the
in the
catcher,
2 games
number
we've
8,
seen them so
Jackson Engel.
far. And you got athletes everywhere.
All over the place. There's athletes in the bench or on the bench right now in the dugout that start for most teams around here, and it just goes to show you the depth of this Elsberry team.
Absolutely. Defensively, around the infield at first base is Gavin Marshall, then Cam Casso at second base, Brady Creech and Caden Palmer at third. The battery mate for Speak is Jackson Ryder. In the outfield, Avon Weaver, Warren Conrad, and Noah Taylor in right field. Curveball. Nice job by Ryder.
Ryder's pop time is on PBR, posted at sub-2 for a high school catcher. That's just unbelievable. So I wouldn't expect to see too much movement on the base paths today.
You got to get a good jump.
It's got to be darn near perfect.
That's outside. 2 balls and a strike to Jackson Engel, who's had a great tournament, pitching and offensively. This young man has really played well for this Sixer squad. Challenge fastball.
I love it. Just 2-1, 2-1. Here it is. See how far you can hit it. I think we're 10 pitches in. I haven't seen off speed yet, so he's just trying to establish this fastball early and settle in that way. There's another
there it
fastball.
Is, up the middle. Steps on the bag. No, he's going to be safe. Yeah. That's a good call by Blue down there. He did pull his foot. That was going to be a tough throw from – it was a tough throw from Casso going away.
Yeah, it wasn't hit very hard. He made a good pick, and it was an athletic play to make it even close. I'm not sure. I didn't think it'd even be that close. So it's a good play by that young man, and see if Mr. Ford here can't get something rolling.
So 2 outs, and Engel's on first on the fielder's choice. We got Anthony Ford playing third base. Throw over. Quick pick.
He caught him leaning.
He
caught
did.
him leaning. I'm not sure where he thinks he's going.
I love the smiles afterwards, like, ooh,
Oh,
that
he's
was close.
he knows. Like I said, I think this is the 7th time these guys have toed it up against each other. So I'm sure they're all pretty familiar with each other.
Big swing. Ford was trying to park that bad boy.
He was not going to get cheated on that one. No, he was trying to hit that one over the scoreboard.
This is a man's park. You got to put a charge in and hit it out here.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's into right field.
Put him in scoring position. 2 outs.
So Marshall can't pick that ball. Tough throw by Ryder. And it's 1-1 count. Angle into second base on the throwing error. The only one I've seen get close to that, the longest ball hit has been Sheldon Dean from Oak Grove, hit it off the wall in about 375 there in left center.
Yeah, I played 4 years of baseball at this facility, and I've coached now for 4 years. So 8 years of baseball here. I think I've seen 1 home run that whole time. So
is that right?
Yeah. This place is an absolute graveyard. It holds it in there. It's a pitcher's park to a T. You really got to work gap to gap here because you're not going to get those easy runs hitting it over the wall.
Nope, he's back in safely. He was safe. Yeah. That's correct. There you go. Baseball aficionado right there. Love it. That's upstairs. 3 balls and a strike now to Ford. Popped up. Good pitch. Up in the zone. Casso under it. Out number 3.
Pretty good start.
We're going to the bottom of the first inning score. Moberly 0, Elsberry coming up. All right, folks, we got Elsberry coming up. Brady Creech has been the catalyst at the top of this order. He had 5 hits the other night in their first game and just mashing the ball. He had 2 triples in that game. He's leading off. Warren Conrad in the 2-hole, number 3. In the 3-hole, 0, Jackson Ryder. In the 4-hole, number 7, Alex Kinney. In the 5-hole, number 2, Cam Casso. In the 6-hole, number 11, Avon Weaver. In the 7-hole, Caden Palmer, number 1. In the 8-hole, number 50, Gavin Marshall. And in the 9-hole, number 10, Noah Taylor. Defensively for the Sixers, they are down a young man. Harvey kind of had the heat out here is pretty tough. He got to him, got a little sick, can't make the game. So Harvey is out of the ball game, and at first base is Anthony Ford. Fletcher moves over to third base, which is he was at second. Originally, you got Ashton Hunt, who usually plays center field, moving into second. Cade Bohm goes into center. I think I got it all.
Nailed it.
Yeah, it was on the card. So
We got it right. They're all
we
out
got it
there.
right. It's okay. We're out there. That's all right. And that's where we're at. Little stretch there. And here we go.
Elsberry, number 27, the shortstop, Brady Creech.
So I know my group didn't have that up on the screen there because that's my fault for not getting them the card there. Yeah, so.
They're 10 games in. Give them some slack.
Hey, man, I was just trying to get my scorecard so I could keep score here and get everybody in the right place. I still don't think I got it all quite right.
10 games in, we're just trying to keep them upright amongst the living.
And
They're
that
doing a great
happens.
job.
That happens there because Coach come up about 10 minutes before the game and changed all that. So it's one of those things that happens. Nothing you can, we just hope Harvey's okay and good. Hayden Burns now. First pitch, ball 1 to Creech.
Hayden Burns just finished his freshman year at Moberly Area Community College. He went to high school at Macon, Missouri.
And that is in the gap, and he's hustling around. We're going to have a no play. He's into second. Hustle double. You got to love that stuff, Connor.
Have to love it. Have to
Now
love
batting
it.
number 3, the center fielder, Warren Conrad.
Little something extra for the fans there.
Boys are having fun. That's what,
Oh,
that's what
my
it's about.
goodness.
Playing good ball, having fun. A little moxie to them.
Gotta love it. So right off the get, that's what we talked about. He is the catalyst. Creech has been playing like this the whole tournament. Now you got to face Warren Conrad, who had a big night last night or yesterday against this Moberly team. He was 3 for 4. On base all 4 times.
I mean, that's a pretty insane 1-2 punch. Just tough outs, but
He had a couple of doubles yesterday as well. Hit the ball a ton. Ground ball on the fist. Going to be a tough play. Samuel up. Heck of a play by the shortstop, Nolan Samuel, to get the runner. Creech advances in front of the play to third base, but 1 out.
that's something that doesn't happen very often. A ball in front of you.
Now batting number
advancing
0,
to third right
the
there, but
catcher,
it just was hit soft
Jackson
enough. He had a
Ryder.
great read on it, and that's just heads up baseball.
So we've watched Samuel. Samuel's played great defensively all weekend. He's been at second base or shortstop. He's played a lot of shortstop here in this tournament. Played very well. Nice play, Ashton Hunt. That ball was dropping. He gets his glove down, makes the catch. Heck of a play there by Hunt, who is their normal center fielder.
Yeah. That,
Now batting number 7.
one person goes
DH,
down, and it's
Alex
insane
Kinney.
how quickly everything can change. You got one part will move 7 of them. Feels like sometimes. So, just goes to show you the ability of all these guys out here right now.
Hayden Burns getting the benefit of some good defense. Popped up center field on his horse. Bohm makes the catch, and they strand the leadoff double. Great job by Burns. We're going to the top of the second inning with the score 0-0. Sorry, guys. I had doing some business there with Jackson. Yeah, we really are. We're coming back with our lineup. We with the Moberly 6ers. We saw Nolan Samuel, Ashton Hunt, Jackson Engel, and Anthony Ford. Now following that is Carson Fletcher. In the 5-hole, we'll see in the 6-hole Hayden Burns. In the 7, Luke Waltimate. In the 8-hole, Preston Burns. And in the 9-hole, Cade Bohm. Defensively here for I think I went around that, but we're going to show you here on the screen. Behind the plate, Jackson Ryder, Gavin Marshall at first, Cam Casso at second, Caden Palmer at third, Brady Creech at short, Avon Weaver in left field, Warren Conrad in center, and Noah Taylor will be patrolling right
5,
field.
The third baseman, Carson
Yeah, Lauren, we
Fletcher.
got it that time, baby girl. Sweet. All right. Hey, we got it. Championship game. We're all having fun. Caden Speak out for his second inning of work. And that is lined into right field and in front. Oh. Woo.
That's crazy to even try that play right there.
Gutsy.
You know, on turf, he might have made that. Turf that's going to bounce right up to him.
Now
That grass
batting
killed it a
number 10,
little bit.
the pitcher,
But
Hayden Burns.
I'm telling you, those types of plays are what are going to win this game for you.
You don't see that much at this level.
No
You
way.
really don't.
No way.
But Carson Fletcher on first pitch, leadoff single, brings up Hayden Burns. Now the pitcher. Strike.
You know, with Hayden pitching in college, I wonder how much he swung a bat in the last year.
Right. That's a great point. You're probably not seeing a lot of at-bats. And that's into the netting. 0-2 now to Burns. Good hustle, young man. Luke Waltimate there coming and getting that. I love the hustle. He was part of our player of the game group, the bottom of that order, doing damage in game 1 here today.
Yeah, it's not often you get to talk to 789 as the catalyst for the offense, but sure as can be, it happened last game.
Absolutely, man. 8 hits in the ball game, driving in runs. They really did a great job at the bottom of the order. They're going to need that again today here,
Yes,
or
they
in this
will.
game with Caden Speak on the mound.
Yes, they will.
And they got the opportunity here. You have the 6-hitter, and then Waltimate coming up after that. Staying alive. Good piece of hitting right there. Just getting your barrel on it. Get a better pitch.
Yep, got to have that 2-strike approach, shorten up, spread the legs out a little bit to try to put it in play and move that runner any way possible at this point.
I think you're seeing a trend back to that a little bit too, Connor.
At this level, we're not having very many guys that are going to hit it out of the ballpark. You know, I think at the big league, that's what we sold out for is we're trying to hit home runs, even doesn't matter the count. But, you know, high school level, even small college level, you've got to be able to put the ball in play with 2 strikes because strikeouts are just very unproductive.
He's working hard. Speak trying to figure out what pitch he needs to throw.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job so far of keeping the fastball at the middle of the plate. He's living away, low and away even, and if he can stay there, he's going to have a very, very good day.
Speak, 23 pitches so far here. He threw 16 in the first inning, and so far these guys are making him work deep in the count. 3-2, although the single was the first pitch, but now we got a 3-2 count. They're making him work early in this game, and that's a walk. Ball 4.
Now batting number 13, the left fielder, Luke Waltimate.
Here we go. Waltimate.
Got to imagine we're going to have a bunt here. First and second, no outs. For me, it's automatic. Looks like Elsberry thinks the same thing. They got the first baseman playing in.
Oh, there it is. And he's safe. Wow. It was their setup for the
Now batting
and
number
Speed
9,
couldn't make the
right
play.
fielder,
It was about
Preston
a phenomenal
Burns.
play. If he doesn't trip over his own feet right there, he gets that out at third. I mean, that's a super athletic play for the pitcher to be that close to the line making that play. But no, I love it. I love the small ball. It's just something you got to do. Now you've got 8-9-1 with runners in scoring position and no outs. You know, got to think Moberly's got to scratch a couple here.
Here we go. Creech has got everybody coming in, or the corners coming in. They're playing back here a little bit. Creech, now he comes back in. They're a little bit in the middle right there. I think that just goes to where the ball's hit.
How do you feel early in the game bringing the infield in? What would you do there?
You know, here your corners, honestly, as early in the game as it is, I'd play for a double play up the middle. If you get the corner and you got those guys in, fine. Popped up. That's just me.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
I'll trade 2 outs for a run here.
Especially in the second inning, and especially knowing the guys I got in my lineup.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think up the middle, it doesn't look like they're fully sold out on coming home with it. It looks like they're kind of doing that halfway, but the corners are definitely in. They're 2 or 3 steps into the grass, so
absolutely.
We'll see how it plays out. It's kind of 6 in one, half a dozen the other a lot of times with these situations.
And Speak is having trouble with his fastball. He's having trouble locating it. He is not crisp with that fastball, and it's a 3-1 count now.
There's definitely something off with his timing. He just doesn't look comfortable right now, but he's a seasoned veteran up there. He'll figure it out.
And that is a walk with the bases loaded. And a 1-0 lead here for Moberly. And here comes Coach Creech to talk to his pitcher. After the bases loaded walk, moves everybody up. And an RBI for Preston Burns, man. Didn't have to do much for it except watch the ball go by.
And you're sitting here 9-1-2, bases loaded, no outs. We are base hit away from this being a big inning.
Absolutely.
The pitcher in me, though, has got to sit here and tell you that you're 1 pitch away from a double play and killing that big inning, too. So we'll see how this shakes out.
Absolutely.
Now batting number 7, the center fielder, M.O.A.L.B.
So here we are back to the bottom of the order. What we talked about, M.O.A.L.B. being part of that, big part of the batting order. So moment here, ball 1. And now they are all in. Everybody's on the grass. One ball, 1 strike.
You know, sometimes as a pitcher, you're struggling to find the zone. You need that borderline one to get you back in the rhythm, and I don't necessarily mind it, but as a batter, that can't be too happy with that one.
No. Lined up the middle, and that's going to score another run. M.O.A.L.B. coming through.
There he is. We talked about it earlier.
Now
That's
batting
2
number
RBIs out of
number 6,
8-9 this
the
game.
shortstop, Nolan Samuel.
And it's just like he said, that's huge because now look at him, 7, 8, 9 set the table for the top of order, no outs. I mean, that's just incredible job by these guys today.
And not to mention, Speak's throwing a lot of pitches.
Yeah,
So-
he is.
That's not going to get you deep in this game.
You know, that's just the advantage you get by being in the winner's bracket. You're 3 games in. You still got plenty of arms left, where if this was roles reversed, who knows what Moberly's got left.
A little flare that's going to get down because everybody's in. And that's what I think is the danger here, as we talked about. In that, I'll trade one of those. I'll trade that out for the run there. That's a catch.
Yeah, I mean, that ball kicked up dirt from the infield. It did not even get to the grass, and they're pulling him early. We're going to go to Creech.
So a 3-0 lead, a pitching change, and we'll be right back.
Now pitching number 27, Brady Creech.
All right, we got some defensive changes here. Alex Kinney, now the DH, he goes to second base. Cam Casso is moving over to shortstop as Brady Creech takes the mound after Speak could not record an out here in the second inning. So he's went 1 inning,
Now
giving up
batting
3
number
runs
1, Ashton Hunt.
on 3 hits. The biggest problem was the base on balls. 4 base on balls, and ball 1 to Ashton Hunt from Creech. And a ground ball, Casso. Boom, out. Ashton Hunt showing off the speed, but I think that's what they should have done earlier in the game right there.
I agree. You've got 2 outs, and now you're a pitch away from it. This is one of the matchups that I was really looking forward to this tournament is Creech and Engel here, and then also Hunt on the bases against Ryder. It's be interesting to see how this plays out. Lots of speed at first. Kid that really likes to run against one of the better pop times I've seen all year, if not the best.
Back to Creech. He looks him back.
No man's land.
Nice job by Creech. That's baseball. You can't teach that.
No, you don't teach that. He didn't even have to think about it. He just went straight there, and that's a shortstop on the mound. I mean, that's a really tough play he just made. He made it look pretty easy.
Absolutely. Gets Burns, erases Burns from third place on the 1-5. So that's out number 2. Jackson Engel at first. Hunt at second. First and second with 2 outs now. And that's ball 1 to Anthony Ford. Trying to limit this damage. 4 runs now. The run scored on that ball's lifted into right center. Nice catch out there by Taylor to end the inning, but not before the Sixers jump out to a 4-0 lead. We're going to the bottom of the second inning.
Jack Ryder please come up to the press box? Jack Ryder.
America's Navy is the most highly skilled, technologically advanced military force in the world. The breadth and depth of opportunities available in today's Navy stretch from the depths of the sea to the heights of the stars. To learn more, visit www.navy.com.
No, I didn't. All right, here we go. Long inning here. Burns on the bump here after Elsberry. Excuse me. Moberly scores 4. You hope. He had 6 pitches in the first inning. Long inning. What does that do?
A day like today, I'm going to say not a whole lot. You hope so at least. I can't imagine he's getting too cold over there. But, the rhythm of things, and it's a long time since you've warmed up and only having to throw 6 pitches that first inning. We'll see if he can keep the same feel he's had going, same rhythm.
I'm looking forward to this because I think Elsberry hasn't seen a lot of adversity here in a bit. They haven't yet in this. They dispatched Oak Grove pretty easily.
Yeah.
Even against Moberly in game, their game, I think it was game 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Did not seem like Moberly
Now
really
batting
there was
number 2,
threatened. They
Cam
had that pretty much
Castle.
in hand, although it was just a 5-0 win.
Yeah.
Here, Moberly jumps out, and you try not to panic, I think, a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think so. But the other part about it, these guys are all high-level players, and they've been around the game a long time. We had them down early a couple weeks ago in the Fike Wood Bat tournament, and they didn't seem to bat an eye then. So I'm going to have a hard time imagining they will now. But 4-0 deficit in the second inning. There's 2 ways to go about it. You either get up the plate and press and try too hard, or you just remind yourself you still got a lot of outs to play with here.
Cam Castle leading off here. On the hands, Coach Creech. Well, at least he knocked it back to the third baseman for an easy pickup there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I bet if you asked him, he did it on purpose.
Absolutely. He did go. Yes, he did. Good call, Blue. And that is out number 1 on the strikeout. Brings up Avon Weaver.
That's a tough off-speed to hit. It's coming
Now
from a
batting
weird
number
angle,
11,
and it's
Evan
playing off his fastball
Weaver.
really well. He's living kind of low and in with his fastball and soft away with his off-speed, so that's coming at the same tunnel. So you got to pick it up earlier. You're going to be fooled all game by it.
That's a strike on the inside corner. Burns mixing his pitch as well.
Very much so. Very much so. But he's had a year of college baseball to learn how to throw.
Right. Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Huge.
Ground ball. Samuel up with it on the run. Out number 2. Nice job by the shortstop. Love the
Coming up to
dugout,
bat,
man.
number 1,
Way to go,
Evan
Arenado, best
Palmer.
shortstop in the game. Arenado's the third baseman, bro. Come on now. At least you got to pick somebody that's a shortstop if you're going to say that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's just going off the platinum glove, letting it go foul.
Nice job by Fletcher not to get in too big a hurry because you weren't going to get him if you field that. He was hustling down the line.
I think he touched first base before he got to that baseball. So
yeah.
Smart move there. These grass fields, you just never know how the thing's going to bounce. So play like that, you got to have the patience to see what happens.
Well, you get that crown with these
exactly.
feet, right?
Yes,
Caden
sir.
Palmer at the plate. So strike 1 on the swinging. Ground ball is Hunt. Backhands up. Nice play. Another 1-2. Well, this one is a 1-2-3. For Burns, we're going to the top of the third inning. Score 4-0 Moberly. All right, here we go. Brady Creech back out. Folks, we do appreciate you joining with us here on Youth Baseball Midwest. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe. We got all kinds of stuff like this on our channel. If you missed some ball games, we got some high school baseball. We did some great showcase games. We even got over here into the Kansas City area for we live streamed from Liberty North High School. We had them playing Staley. It was a heck of a great baseball game, man. That was a 2-0 ball game. Staley won. And so we've got some live stream. We're going to do some more Missouri Showcase games next year. So please check out our podcast when we're done here. Watch the Baseball Moms are out. We had a new episode of the Baseball Moms out. So a lot of fun. We appreciate you tuning in. Hit the subscribe. Hit the dinger next to it. It doesn't get you a home run, but it gets you notifications as the ball is fouled into the screen. Leading off here in the top of the third is Carson Fletcher, strike one. And that ball is low, 1-1.
One thing that's impressed me a ton about Moberly so far this game is how they've handled the change in velocity. Last game, Oak Grove, 5 games in, they're at the bottom, bringing some Junior Legion guys to throw, and you go from that to Speak and Creech is almost two different worlds. So for them to come out hot has been very surprising to me. Just a testament to the talent in that dugout over there.
Yeah, you can hear the ball whistling from Creech here.
Yeah,
the wind's blowing a little bit, so it's picking up that whistle.
It's much different.
Oh!
Heads up.
Oh! Wow. That's okay, Fletcher. You didn't mean to, bro. That just happens. My goodness. Duck and cover. Curveball, strike 3.
My goodness.
Gets him looking. Yeah, that's as you said, you're talking about sophomore, junior to college level pitching.
Right. I mean, it's night and day. I'm gonna guess they're gonna be glad that they got out to an early lead here.
Yes, although that's going to be a single. Drops in front of the center fielder, Conrad, for a 1-out base hit.
13, Luke Waltimate.
They are hitting. They're just seeing the ball, man.
Very well. We host a lot of tournaments down in Sedalia, and our manager, Kent Lang, he swears that the team coming out of a doubleheader versus a team that hadn't played yet today wins like 80% of the time. So he would be the least surprised to see Moberly out here to a hot start.
Waltimate down 0-2. That was Hayden Burns, the pitcher, with the 1-out single, and quickly 0-2 on a couple of good curveballs here from Creech to Waltimate, and he does it again. Doesn't chase. That's some good discipline there from Waltimate.
That's one of the best curveballs I've seen all summer. I mean, if you're Moberly, you've got to sell out to hit a fastball. That's
a fastball just by him. That's the old Louisiana tune.
Yes, that was the old Louisiana Bayou.
Burns.
So Burns at first, sandwiched between a couple of Ks. Ball 1.
that's just what makes facing a guy like Creech such a challenge. I mean, he's got the curveball for a strike. So you have to respect that pitch, and you get down 0-2, and now we got to protect the curveball, or he's going to throw the fastball by us. And I mean, this is three different batters that we've seen, three different kind of plans of attack out of Creech, and just goes to show you the level that this young man is at.
Going to Jeffco next year. Been in one of the top Division 1 JUCOs in the country.
Now, is he going there to play the field or pitch?
You know, that's a good question. I think it's more pitching.
Yeah.
I think it's pitching.
I think he
it's
could probably do both.
I think so, too. Yeah. Nasty. We're going to the bottom of the third inning with the score. 4-0 Moberly.
See ya. I'm going home.
All right, enjoy.
Had enough of this.
Have a nice cold beverage for me.
After 30 years, I've had enough of this.
Okay.
So I want to come back to this this thing that something Connor pointed out here to start this, but that early 4-run lead, they got it. Burns, I think, is a guy that he's seasoned now. He's had that college experience. He's a guy that can keep that for you.
Yeah, once you get that early momentum in a game, especially of this magnitude, it becomes a lot easier to pitch. It seems bad to say, but every pitch isn't so as important, right? You've got a little bit of margin for error, and knowing that, you can just kind of rear back and throw and kind of settle into a game. And, it's just a lot more comfortable knowing, hey, I can give up 3 or 4 runs here, and we're going to be okay, rather than I got to be perfect. So we'll see how much that plays a factor here, but to me it's huge.
We're joined here today by Connor Spinagle, and a ground ball to Hunt. Big hop there off the grass. Woo! He hung on. Out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Marshall down on the 4-3 if you're scoring at home.
Hunt got a Sunday hop on a Tuesday.
Number 10, Noah Taylor.
I love it. Exactly right. Yes, we're joined by Connor Spinagle, as I was saying, head coach, the Sedalia Travelers. He's the AAA 18 or 19U senior, whatever you want to call it as it is. I guess it's all of the above, right?
All of them. You nailed it.
There you go. Strike 1. And here's Burns. Man, he is just in the zone, around the zone. He's competing. Line drive. Oh, knocked it down and not going to get him. Oh, he threw it. He should have hung on to that there. It's fortunate it didn't go in the dugout.
Very much so. Very much so. Got a good kick off the dugout. Held him at 1. Got lucky on that one.
Nice job just getting to and knocking that ball down.
Noah
Noah Taylor on with an infield single and brings up Brady Creech. Doubled his first at bat. So we're going to see. This is going to be interesting now to the top of the order here with Burns.
And in the first inning, Creech got to him, and beyond that, he's settled in well. Second time through, they've seen him. We'll see if they've made an adjustment and kind of get more on time with him here.
That's a little up. 1 ball, 1 strike to Creech. Conrad on deck, and then Ryder in the hole there. We'll see if they do some running. No. Popped up.
It's going to get out of play.
It's good hustle by Angle just to come back, check it, make sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So far, Burns has been pretty good, pretty hard to barrel. Ground ball on the backside. Samuel throws it into right field on the air. Taylor late in seeing that because Creech rounded. He wanted to go to second after seeing it, but Taylor got up late, but he did get to third base. So the throwing error by Samuel creates some issues now for this Moberly team.
Yeah, it does. It allows for Elsberry to do some things on the bases here. See how aggressive that they get. With 2-3-4 up, I can't imagine you're going to willingly give them an out here to score a run, but it's early. I wouldn't fault them for doing anything here.
So the air has first and third with 1 out. Creech goes, and that ball is through the hole. Great piece of hitting by Conrad, and the hustle into third. I mean, Creech is just playing havoc on the base paths. Taylor scores. It's a 4-1 ball game.
And that's just such good baseball. It's great coaching right there, putting the runner in motion, opens up the middle. That was probably a 6-3 ground out if the runner's not in play right there, and instead it's moved a runner from first to third, and you scored a run. I mean, that's just – there's a reason they're here.
Jackson Ryder now coming up. Good. That's a good opportunity. I love what Angle did there. That shows his moxie, quarterback, that kid, that leadership skill, right?
Yes, sir. He's a joy to watch.
Jackson Ryder.
Big spot here. That was a great pitch. The late movement got in on his hands.
Yeah, Burns' fastball's got a late movement for the two-seamer. I think that's a little bit of why they're having a hard time barreling him up, because it's got a lot of late run. And
that is a single, and that's going to get in the gap. Creech scores. Ryder in with an RBI single to score Creech from third. Conrad to third. And it's a 4-2 ball game.
You got the 2-time All-Star stepping in the box right here.
It's nice to say that. It's always fun. I love that because the All-Star game, you know. And Kenny, he's well-deserved. He's played some really good baseball for Elsberry the last couple of years. Been a big part of that Winfield High School run. They've had a couple of opportunities in the district championship game. And that's ball 1.
He's a tough out. He hits well gap to gap, so you can't really shift on him too much. The second you think you've got him figured out, he'll do something different on you.
1 ball, 1 strike. We'll see if they got the courtesy runner in. It looks like Lance Stuckey, number 23, in for Ryder. We'll see if he takes off. And he doesn't go. And a big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, Ryder hit a curveball that just spun. It didn't have much break into right field there. And if Kenny's going to chase that high fastball, I might go right back to that.
Oh, and they've got him picked. So Stuckey is out, but Conrad on the throw over comes in to score. And that's the 3rd run of the inning. Stuckey is erased on the 1-3-6. Don't call those too much.
No, that's pretty rare. Now Burns just has to execute a pitch and limit the damage here.
And a single. And past the right fielder, Burns. And Kenny takes advantage and ends up at second base with a 2-out double.
It's a 1-2 fastball that just stayed at the knees. Got to guess he probably missed his spot there.
Absolutely. So Elsberry does have a chance to tie this ball game here. They're down 4-3 right now. 5 hits, 3 runs. A big throwing error that really, I think, set the tone to this half inning for Elsberry. And that's away from Engel, and Kenny is into third base. So the wild pitch moves him up. Burns just taking a moment. Take a breath.
The part that's going to be the hardest for Moberly right now is these runs scored on 2 errors.
Absolutely. And a lot of foul. That is going to get foul. We can't give up on those.
Yeah, no doubt. But you jump out to a 4-0 lead. You have all the momentum in the world. It was a tough play for Hunt at second base.
Absolutely.
But you just cannot give teams of this caliber a break because they're going to jump all over it.
Good pitch. Froze Casso. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got some turkeys in the Elsberry dugout.
I hear were doing that earlier. Not quite sure if it helps, but
whatever. Something they're doing is working.
Oh, that's a good spoil there by Casso.
Very good, because that's been a strike all day. That low and away fastball. Again, that's just that 2-strike approach you've been kind of hitting on all day. It's just the willingness to swallow your pride a little bit and try to do a job for your team here.
Another one. Good at bat here from Cam Casso. This is where, as a pitcher, got to stay focused. Don't make that mistake. Don't leave that ball there. You hang that one and then boom.
Yep, they'll park it in a gap.
A ground ball. Nice play there by Fletcher. Oh, and he drops it. Oh, no. Well, the run scores, and nice play by Casso. I thought he was going to get thrown out.
Yeah, he ran into the first baseman and popped out of his glove, and first baseman was startled just enough to let him get to second base. That's a really tough break for the Sixers here.
So the throwing error from Fletcher, again, there you go. We just talked about that. You can't give those outs away.
No, I mean, that's Burns is going to have to get 7 outs this inning, and you're just asking a lot out of your pitcher to have to do that.
So it's a tie ball game. Casso on his way to third and in standing up. Nobody talking. He got a great jump and was standing. And here comes Coach Harvey. He's, I think, kind of seen enough here and just going to go out and settle his team. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, you're just trying to gather the troops right here, try to get everybody calmed down. There's a lot of negative things that have happened in this inning, and you just got to find a way to bear down and get out of it.
Connor, the one thing that I think is interesting, when we're talking, I always say things that people go, oh, you can't, this is baseball, this is the game, this is the competitive part of it. And, when it's not about, feeling sorry for yourself at this point. It's a matter of how do you reset your mind to put it in the proper frame to continue to compete, correct?
Correct. And really on a big scale of things, right, we play sports at a young age to learn lessons we'll take with the rest of our life, right?
Absolutely.
And that's why baseball is my favorite, because to me it's the closest to real life. Life is going to knock you down more than it picks you up, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be able to respond to it and find a way to.
There it is, Avon Weaver with a 2-out single brings in Casso. That ball was
scorched.
Yes, it was.
Now batting number 1, Caden.
Dang, look at that. We haven't worked but 2 games together, and you knew exactly what I wanted. I love it.
It's a pretty simple thing, and again, it's the same message to Burns right here. You just got to find a way to get an out.
Ground ball. Hunt flips.
There it is.
And the out. There it is. So Burns out, but Elsberry scores 5. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. Elsberry 5-4.
Conquering the world's oceans has been a defining challenge of humankind, a challenge that America's Navy has always embraced with bravery, ingenuity, and honor. Sailors are tested and shaped by their Navy experience, becoming better versions of themselves. Learn more at www.navy.com.
All right, leading off the top of the 4th inning here for Moberly will be Cade Bohm playing center field today. Creech back out. Now Creech has the lead. Let's see what he does on the mound with this lead. This is going to be after they came back, this is going to be a big spot here for Moberly. Can you get back and put a little more pressure back on Elsberry?
Yeah, it's kind of like a heavyweight boxing match. There's going to be lots of big punches here, and it's about who can get up last and win the fight here.
So Bohm's 2-0 in this count.
Bohm's been kind of the spark plug all day for these guys in this lineup. If he can get on base, you get a little bit of that momentum back, and you got to go now.
So Creech gets back into this count at 2-2. Spikes the fastball. Try to throw a little extra hump on that bad boy.
Yeah, he gave a little grunt there like we saw last game.
3-2. Challenge. Fouled back out of play. What's interesting to me here is Creech has not thrown an off-speed pitch to Bohm, which tells me right there he doesn't believe he can beat his fastball.
There he is.
Until he can.
There he is.
That is a great job by Bohm, staying within himself, getting another fastball, and just inside-outing that bad boy.
That's all you got to do. Creech is going to bring the velocity and the power. You just got to get your barrel on it. It's going to go.
That is an excellent piece of hitting by Cade Bohm. Brings up Samuel.
Bohm has been incredible today.
Curveball.
No matter the outcome today, Bohm's going to go home, and he should be a happy man.
Two balls, no strikes.
A guy like Creech, he's working super fast. I think if you're Moberly, you got to get in and call timeout and really take your time getting signs and just try to break his rhythm, because there's not many ways to beat Creech. You got to try and let him beat himself.
2 balls and a strike. Two and two. Now here we are back in the same spot we were. He's getting behind in counts, but he has the ability to get back, but just got enough of the curveball to foul it off. This will be interesting. Oh, there's no hustle. Sorry, Blue. Where you at, bro? Come on. Got to get that stuff. It's outside. 3-2. Another 3-2 count.
versus a lot of teams, you're thinking about putting the runner in motion, trying to stay out of the double play, but with Ryder behind there, it's just going to be really, really tough.
And a walk. So this is what we talked about in here. Moberly, the 3-2 count single, the 3-2 walk. So 2 full counts and brings up Ashton Hunt. Now, this is the difference here. Creech has that stuff to get that ground ball double play. It's up to Hunt to look for a pitch he can drive.
I'm going to assume the plan here is that Hunt's going to bunt and Creech is going to try to get him at third.
There it is.
Kid's a great bunter. Watched it last 2 years. Can really handle the bat at the plate, and this is a perfect scenario for him to get one down.
Two and 0.
So you 3-0. Are you auto taking here, or are you going to try to bunt this one as well?
I think it's going to be your best opportunity to bunt one, honestly, because Creech is going to try and come in with just a fastball. Yeah.
It's a really tough pitch to bunt right there, that down and in fastball.
He was right to pull back on that.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
Right.
He was.
You still got 2 more pitches. Oh, now he's in trouble. That was the pitch.
That was the pitch.
Just got under it.
I'm going to trust my guy here. He's still going to bunt. If I'm coaching third right here, I'm still going to bunt.
Okay. All right.
Seen him do it successfully a ton of times. And
this is the 3rd full count. And a little flare to Kenny for the out. And Hunt kind of – that's tough. Hey, it was still a good at-bat. I like the at-bat. I think he battled. He just got jammed a little bit on that. Just couldn't get the barrel to it.
Oh, yeah, and there's not many guys like Creech that you have to face and bunt against. You know, that velocity really changes how you got to bunt. You can't stab at it at all. You really have to have soft hands on it. And so it's just, again, I can't touch on it enough. Creech is a special kid out there.
Starts Engel off with the curveball for a strike. And I think maybe that change, we'll see here. That first out. Ball 1 doesn't want to, it looks like he wants to stay away from any kind of fastball to Engel.
I think you're going to get one right here. I think here's your see how far you can hit it pitch.
Curveball. Through the hole. Nice job by Engel inside, and it's past Taylor, the extra bobble, and up the line, Ryder to it. And there it is, tie ball game. Great piece of hitting, curveball, didn't do too much, didn't overswing, in the hole.
It's just a great piece of hitting, but if I'm throwing right there and I have a fastball like Brady, I could never throw one like that, but I'm probably not giving him 3 curveballs in a row. I'm good. Challenge up with the fastball and see how far you can hit it.
So Jackson coming in, that's good. I like that they did that with the courtesy. It's so hot, man. You're wearing a gear. You already had Cooper get sick. I mean, it's a hot day. It's a hot day.
Especially coming off of A, just playing the game, but B, he probably threw 100 pitches yesterday. So
yes,
you got to protect the kids.
1-1. Yeah, they're not getting paid millions of dollars for this.
No, sir. No, sir.
1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball popped up. Kenny over. Makes the catch. Nice play by Alex Kenny. Good job. For the second out. First and second still. Now there's 2 outs. This is a good inning for
Now
Moberly.
batting number 5.
Absolutely
Carson
massive to answer the
Fletcher.
call right there. Anytime you give up a 5 spot, it's going to be really hard. But to come out and to get one back, that's absolutely massive.
And they still can get more. I mean, there's still Fletcher here. His last at bat singled. Or not last at bat, but he is singled. He struck out. He's 1 for 2. Scored a run. And the issue in this inning is Creech has not gotten ahead.
Yeah, I think he's been behind every batter, and that goes from you being able to control the at bat to now it's in the hitter's control.
The best at bat, one of the best in this one though, has been Jackson Engel with the curveballs. Foul tipped into the glove, strike 2. And he saw to, and like you said, that last one he come back, he didn't overswing.
No, did a great job of just staying back and trusting his hands and shooting it the other way.
Creech reached back there, but wouldn't chase up.
Gonna have runners in motion here. Ball in the gap, might score 2.
Popped up. It's going to be caught. That foul territory. That's a tough one. In most parks, that ball's out of play, but not here at Jim Moran Field. But Moberly gets back even. It's 5-5. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Whether you are seeking a career that requires physical strength or cerebral skills, or both, life in the Navy provides a transformation experience filled with adventure, teamwork, camaraderie, inclusion, and support. To learn more, visit www.navy.com.
Burns back out for the bottom of the 4th inning. He's going to be facing Gavin Marshall, Noah Taylor, and then back to the top of this order with Brady Creech. So this is a big spot. You know, we talked about that for Creech coming back out. He did allow the 1 run, but kept the damage down. This is what we thought this would, and this is what it should be.
This is
right?
exactly what it should be.
Championship baseball.
Yep, exactly. You know, the biggest thing, if I'm Burns, I'm thinking right now is I have to take advantage of being at the bottom of the order, because the worst thing possible is to have guys on base when you get back to the top of that Elsberry lineup.
Strike 1. And as we've talked about, the bottom of the order for Moberly's been doing a great job. Will Elsberry be able to match that?
You know, and I feel like I'm beating a dead horse right now, but that all started with a 9-hole getting a single on a 3-2 count.
Absolutely.
That kid's been incredible today.
That's fouled back into the net.
You know, and that's the pitch right there I've been begging for all game.
Good hustle.
That high fastball, 0-2, because now you can go back up there or you can go the curveball off of it. Looks like we're going curveball away.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's good. A good waste pitch. I know we talk about this. Mitch Thomas, one of my guys, he's like, he doesn't like that pitch there because it's just not competitive enough.
Yeah, I agree totally. I think I'd have caught that one right there, that foul ball. Definitely with my teeth.
Some of those pitches, you know, you want them to be a little more competitive, don't you, Connor?
I agree. I mean, you're trying to be careful, right? It's 0-2.
Right.
The worst thing you can do is hang something and just give up something easy. But
Oh, Samuel just tried. There you go. The bottom of the order. Both these teams, man, coming through. Another leadoff single here by the 8-hitter, Gavin Marshall.
Now you got a lot of options. You can put him in motion. You can bunt. You can hit and run. But no matter what, before Mr. Taylor gets back to the dugout, there needs to be a runner on second base.
And the bunt stays up. There you go. A little small ball here at the bottom of the order with Taylor. So do you use the cards and the numbers, or you do the old-fashioned signs?
I don't. We have signs still. Our high school's using the cards.
Oh, that's to the backstop, and Burns helps him out with the wild pitch. That's tough.
Yeah, that's a gut-wrenching one right there, because now you still have the option of bunting him to third base, or I'm probably going to let him swing right here. You're playing with house money during this at bat, because really all you wanted was a runner at second base.
And you're right, and boom, there it is. And Marshall should be running hard. I don't understand that at all, but it worked out. Marshall was looking back. Trust your coach there. Break that around.
The ball got hit very hard. Maybe he thought it'd hang up and get to the center fielder, or maybe he thought the guy fields it cleanly, but with the bobble, he darn near could have walked right in.
With the ball behind you, though, that's what you got to teach. You got to trust your third base coach. And I got to stop there, though. Great piece of hitting, Noah Taylor, and then taking second base, seeing the ball in front of him on the bobble, gets to second, runner in scoring position, 6-5 now, Elsberry.
I believe that Noah is 2 for 2 now, correct?
Yes, sir, he is.
That's just absolutely massive, having those guys at the bottom getting on base for the top of the order.
3 hits between Marshall and Noah in 4 at-bats.
That's what you're looking for. You can't always count on it, but when you get it, it's sure nice. And he's taking third base on him.
And it's through the hole, and there it is, and another run scored. Brady Creech continues to deliver for this Elsberry squad at the top of the order.
And I understand you got a loaded lineup behind him, but you've got first base open. If you're not going to intentionally walk him, pitch around him.
The way he's been hitting, I agree.
I'm gonna live and die with making somebody else beat me, even though it's not even a knock against the kids behind him, because they've been having a phenomenal tournament themselves. But with how he's swinging it right now, I'm just gonna make somebody else beat me.
Seven 7-5 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Burns 2-0. Fastball is up. This is where it'll be interesting to see. I want to see how Burns handles this, because then how do I get these guys out? What's the next step? What pitch? What's the sequence? And that's outside, ball 4 to Conrad. And I think that becomes the challenge for a Burns here, is now what do I do?
Very much so. Third time through, they've seen you twice. At this point in the game, they've probably seen every pitch in your arsenal. And if you're Moberly, you're 5 games in?
Yes.
You're 5 games in?
This is our 4th game.
Okay,
Fourth
sorry.
game.
So we're 4 games in, and, it's –
Coach is walking out. Blue is coming out to make sure everybody gets back to where they're going. These are the long – on days like this, for the catchers, whether it be Ryder or Engel, innings like this, you're like, man, let's go. Let's get it out. It's getting hot out here.
Yeah.
I'm wearing all his gear.
That's no doubt. But I think the most impressive thing that Burns has going for him, he's only thrown 54 pitches.
Right? Oh, and that ball is scorched by Jackson Ryder and passed, but not enough by Jackson Ryder. Another RBI single from the catcher.
Now batting number 7, Alex Kinney.
And it's an 8-5 lead. Courtesy. We got Lance Stuckey coming back out to run for Ryder. Alex Kinney. This is where you got to be careful. It might just get away from Moberly right here.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 up, no outs, 2 guys on already. This is for sure a tough situation, but again, it's like we talked about earlier. You just have to find a way to get outs.
Absolutely. That's ball 2. 2-0. No action down in the bullpen for Moberly at this point. And that's sometimes what I don't understand here. You got no outs. You know, you're in this game. You got to win this to even get a chance tomorrow. And you see Burns. I know he's only got 58 pitches. I see that.
There is no tomorrow.
Yeah, he's struggling. There's got to be something here to think about if you need to change the momentum of the game.
And I think during the mound visit, the coach had
and that ball's popped into shallow right field and going to drop in front of Burns for a single.
During the last mound visit, coach had motioned out to one of the outfielders checking on his arm, so I'm assuming that's what this visit's going to be. That's why nobody was in the bullpen, because it's a kid that's already in the game. So
I gotcha. Yeah, he signaled out that was to Cade Bohm. That's probably, I agree. Yep. And here we go. Actually, that's going to be Luke Waltimate is coming into pitch here as Hayden Burns goes out with the bases loaded and nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll step aside just for a moment and we'll be right back. All right, for Hayden Burns, he goes 3 innings, 11 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned, only 1 base on ball. He had 1 K, so if nothing else, you know, he was in the zone. He made him earn it. And they just started getting after him. The hits started coming. He had a quick first inning, and the second inning went well for him. But in when that third inning came around, and he had to go through that order again, that's where it really took its toll.
Yeah, and it's insane how much it matters. I mean, there's tons of metrics on it. You get a pass ball here.
So Conrad scores on the pass ball. And everybody else moves up 90 feet. First base is open. Cam Casso, ball 1 at the plate. And it's a 9-5 lead here for Elsberry.
Pulling up the pitching stats, Waltimate's thrown 8.1 innings this year. So not a guy who's thrown a lot this summer. Again, you're 4 games into a tournament. This is what you get down to. You got to have big performances out of guys that you don't normally have to have that out of.
And that ball is outside for ball 3. And Connor, to your point right there, bud, I think that's why it's so important to get guys like this innings. You know, sometimes we get caught up in the wins, getting those guys with a lot of innings, and all of a sudden you're in this situation. He's only thrown 8, whereas maybe you could have got him 18 to 20, and he's not foreign to these situations.
Yeah, very much so. You know, it's definitely something that we try to preach in Sedalia. Been fortunate to be around a lot of teams that made deep runs. And so, you know, we try to get 18 kids on a roster that have thrown before, and you know, everybody's going to get at least 10 to 15 just because, just like you said, in these moments, you've got to trust what you've got can go make it happen. And, you know, 8 innings in a summer is just not very much to feel comfortable in this spot.
Absolutely. And that's grounded to Ashton Hunt off his stomach. And he throws home, and the ball, he couldn't hang on to it. Oh, and here comes, and they're still running. All the way from first base on the air from Avon Weaver. The bases are empty. My goodness, I don't think I've ever seen that, Connor.
I have not, and that goes back to what you preach as a coach. You can't make one error turn into 2. But how about the hustle from those kids right there?
That, to me, is the most impressive thing, is they're on the base paths, watching the plays, understanding that is something you can't teach. That's baseball IQ.
1,000%. But you know, they're 42-3 for a reason. You know, a lot of teams have 1 or 2 kids that are that kind of baseball savvy, if you will, and willing to give it all every play. But I mean, that is really poetry in motion for a coach to watch.
And that ball's lifted into deep center field. Bohm back, makes the catch. And Weaver is in easy with a sac fly by Caden Palmer for run number 13 and run number 8 for this 4th inning, and there is 1 out. And we're back to the man that started it all in Gavin Marshall. And it's not purposeful, folks, but you know, if I was Waltimate, maybe I'd do that too.
Something to think about. Give him something different to think about in there, and number 10, change the eye level a little bit.
Oh mercy. Oh goodness. Noah Taylor at the plate. 1 out. Waltimate throws the ball into the fence and down the line, and here comes Marshall all the way to third as the ball skipped off the fence into right field, foul territory. Now that's the stuff right there. Have a little more class in the dugout. And I will say that out loud. I don't care. Have a little more class. I hope I hope it's not towards the pitcher. I hope it's towards their player. And if it is, that's fantastic. If it's not, no. Right?
Yeah, very much so. But, you know, you're passionate about the game, and early in the game, Moberly was kind of giving it to them, and so they're just trying to respond back. Right. And, you know, that's just – it's hard to take the high road, especially at 18 years old when it's a pretty big game, you know. So you're going to have it. You just hope somebody over there can control the situation.
There was a dad saying it's a limit, stop it. I like that. See, it's true. You know, 2 balls, 1 strike. There you go. It's tough because, like you said, the competitiveness sometimes gets the better, but you have to learn what sportsmanship is, and we talk about that with American Legion especially. You just recited this code, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I say what I say, and I like that part of it because I think that's the thing within I like about American Legion Baseball is that sportsmanship code and understanding those things, it's okay to cheer for your guys,
Now
and if they're
batting
cheering for the
leadoff,
guys,
number 27,
that's great. Heads up,
Brady
boom, whatnot,
Creech.
fantastic. But being careful and keeping that thing in play, I think that's key to why I think American Legion is what it is.
Very much so, and it's something we take a lot of pride in Sedalia, is staying on top of those things and really hammering the values of what we're doing out here. Is they score a run on the first and third play there.
I like that, though. They didn't try to do too much. They got the out. You wanted an out there. They traded the run for the out. Okay. It's 14-5. It's 2 outs. Bases are clear. And Noah Taylor's erased for the second out, caught stealing. Creech on the bounce. Gets it by a half step. He's out.
Might be the first time he's gotten out this whole tournament.
No, he didn't have as big a game the last one, but that's the first out here, I think, in this one. And so we're going to the top of the 5th inning, 14-5 Elsberry.
Coming up to bat for Moberly, number 10, Hayden Burns.
Brady Creech back out on the mound, top of the 5th. And Burns check swing, strike 1. Leading off here. So, Creech here, what are you talking to your pitcher now as he comes out after an inning like this, Connor?
Pitch with the lead, go right at him. You got plenty of cushion. Be efficient. Try to give me 7 if we need it from you.
And with defense behind you, it's easy to say that, right?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Especially with stuff like Creech. Just put it in the zone and make him beat you.
Cam Casso headed to William
Now coming up
Woods.
to bat, number 13,
He's a
Luke Walton.
Class 6 GAC 2-year starter at Troy Buchanan, so you're not losing much at shortstop there when Creech comes in to pitch.
Right, no doubt. Shout out to Coach Cavanis over at William Woods. He was my pitching coach my sophomore year at State Fair, so I know he's in good hands. Coach Cav's a great man, so that'll be exciting to get to follow along with what's next for Casso.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Get me over fastball.
You're going to live with that. all day. Early in the count, didn't waste a ton of pitches. Kid put a good swing on you. It's not a big deal. Get you a ground ball and go hit.
Yeah.
Now batting number 9, Preston Burns.
So Preston Burns, got Hayden Burns, Preston Burns, up now with the runner at first, curveball, strike one. Now, they've offered it that early in the count, but they've been able to lay off of it late in the count. But he throws that one for a strike, and he hadn't been able to locate the curveball on the inner half till then for the last few batters. Goes away with it.
Yeah, that is true. When he first came in, he had that curveball for a strike, and then he kind of lost it for a while. But, I mean, it's playing that off of his fastball
There
so
it is.
tough.
There it is right there. And that's tough, man.
Now batting number
Burns, I
7,
know he's trying, but
Brown.
it's got such a late break. You're trying to protect. You think a fastball and adjust, and by the time you're trying to adjust, it's too late.
Your mind's just in such a hurry trying to think, I got to get on time with this fastball, and you got a million things going through, and then he drops that curveball in on you. It's just makes life difficult.
Cade Boehm, 2 for 2. Good jump by Waltimate. Luke Waltimate has had a really good tournament. I've really enjoyed watching him play baseball. Been fun. This Sixers team is a good ball club.
Oh, they're awesome. I told you on our interview 4th of July on our Legion Talk podcast, I said that's a team to watch out for. They have the arms to make things happen, and here we are.
Absolutely. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Cade Boehm. Waltimate with the stolen base on the wild pitch. Boehm doesn't chase upstairs. I shouldn't say stolen base, but the advance on the wild pitch.
Coming back to that, it was really cool to see. It was cool to see Brady kind of give his catcher, hey, kind of my bad. It's too often that everything gets marked as a passed ball.
Right.
Everything's a passed ball. We never have the wild pitch anymore for whatever reason. So that's a little love to the catchers. I know the difference between a wild pitch and a pass ball.
Exactly. Woo! Ball 4, up and in.
3 for 3 getting on base.
In fact, 98% of 99.5% of them are wild pitches. That's the thing. A pass ball, and people should understand, is if the catcher whiffs.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. And everything gets marked as a pass ball, and so that's just for my catchers out there. I feel for you. It's hardly ever your fault, guys.
That's true. So 2 on, 2 out. Creech, nice work. Man, that Ryder got way out there on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Knock that down. That's athletic right there, folks.
And here's the other thing to it. You've got a 9-run lead. It's hotter than all get out. 2 outs. And he's still out here working that way.
Absolutely.
A lot of guys just mail it in and go pick it up off the backstop and just live with it. But
1 ball, 1 strike to Samuel, the leadoff. He's 2 for 2. And that is out of play. We had to wait. We paused for dramatic effect. That's what it was. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Samuel has been on all 3 times. He's got 2 singles and a walk. Failed to score in both of those. He's been cut down at second base. Got to second base and was stranded there. So he's done his job as a leadoff. There it is again, doing the work. 2 and 2. Three and 2. Ground ball. And he goes over. And the out is made. That was close. I thought Woodson was going to reach out and tag him, but he didn't. And so we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, score 14-5 Elsberry.
I sat down, I was like, bro, you need to calm down, we got to. You did. Because you know what he was thinking? Hey, no, I played golf before I hit yesterday. I left over. I'm telling you. I don't hit. I can't. Maybe you didn't know I was hitting. I'm telling you, it does something when I go golf and I go hit. It's just something else. There you go. You're working on your swing. You're good to be up right now. Abby, don't do me dirty, all right?
All right. Connor Haynes on the mound. Blues point out we got Logan Havicon, who is coming in for Warren Conrad to hit here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And so some changes happening here in this game as it's kind of spiraled away here from the Sixers. I don't know how much pitching they have left here, Connor.
Yeah, I don't either. You're deep into this thing, and it looked like we got a couple guys with sore arms, and it's just the nature of the beast in these things. It's unfortunate, but they all deal with it. So
we're going to do this. He's over here to check some pitching. Here you go, Warren Conrad. So you guys got down there. What was the mindset in the dugout? You got down early. What'd you guys have to do?
We had our doubts. Everybody does when you're down 5-0 in the ball game in the second inning. It's hard, but we just sat everybody down. We're like, hey, it's not over. We can hit this guy. We just gotta keep in the approach and everything. And ended up, and we came back and we just kept going. Keep everybody from top to bottom, staying, hitting the ball, not getting in their heads or anything, and getting down. Just staying up the whole time.
Well, it's not over yet.
Right.
Still got some work to do, right?
Some baseball to play.
Now batting number 0.
Well, hey, I've been fun watching you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man. Love that stuff, man. Right from the dugout. We have our correspondent from the dugout. There it is. So Havicon pops out to the third baseman for out number 1. Jackson Ryder at the plate. Connor Haynes gets ahead. Ground ball to Hunt. Oh no. That ball came up and hit him in the face. Ryder goes into second. We're going to get time here. Oh, man. Oh, no. Boy, I hope he's okay. Oh, goodness. So we'll step aside just a second, folks. Well, that's great to see that Ashton Hunt is getting up and walking off the field there. And we'll take a minute. Man, that ball hit him right in the face, and glad to see he's walking off like that.
You know,
and, go ahead.
I was just going to touch on Ashton's a tough kid. That's about the only way you're going to get him off the field today. He's a great young man, and I hope he's all right.
So the change here is Cooper Harvey comes in at first base. Fletcher goes over to second, and we got Ford over at third. So Jackson Ryder, we got a courtesy runner out there. It's one of the Palmer, I think it's one of the Palmer kids, running for Jackson Ryder. That ball's fouled back out of play. And we have Caden Palmer here. No, excuse me, Alex Kinney at the plate.
This is a new batter. You had a pinch hitter here, Brian. Number 16.
It is?
Yeah,
okay,
right.
It is Palmer.
You had it right.
I thought I had. There's like three Palmers on this team.
This is a bigger moment than it feels like. That's the winning run on second base.
It is. You're right. And Palmer goes down on strikes. Cam Casso, you are correct.
Now batting number 2, Cam Casso.
I'm not sure Moberly is aware of that, as their outfielders are playing base hit scores them.
They are playing deep. A little better in left field here, but the right fielder's way deep. Ball one.
It comes a point where you've been in the heat all day, and it's been a long beginning of the week, and you know those small details might slip you, but this is actually a huge moment. Great
nice play by Samuel.
Great play, Mr. Samuel.
So on the 6-3, Casso's erased, and we're going to the top of the 6th inning score, 14-5, Elsberry.
The Navy is the esteemed smart force that pushes the boundaries of what is possible. We attract seekers of knowledge and adventure who possess the bravery and commitment required to ensure the freedom of the United States of America. To learn more, visit www.navy.com.
Now batting number 3, Cooper Harvey.
We're playing musical chairs out here now. We got Bodie Palmer at second base, Brennan Howard at first, Gavin Woodson's at third, Cam Casso's still at short, Logan Havicon is in left field, and it's strike one to Cooper Harvey. Swing and a miss.
Glad to see Cooper back in the game. He was the one who got scratched right before the game started. He had some heat illness issues, so glad to see he's back with us.
One ball, two strikes to Harvey. Yeah, because he pitched well in that first game. And that ball is hit deep into center field. Back, making the catch. I know it's not Conrad. Who is in center field? Is it Stuckey? It's Lance Stuckey. Okay. Trying to keep up with all these changes there. There it is.
Now coming up to bat, number 8, Jackson Engel.
That's why I need that extra person. Be my statistician. We're still a person short. Be looking for some interns coming next year.
There you go. See, that's a tough one. You got to know how to run a scorebook. That's a foreign skill anymore. Got to do it on Game Changer or something.
It's tough sometimes because you're trying to get. Just sometimes it happens so quick. I'm trying to keep the book so I know where I'm at. It's nice when I have somebody else that can talk. Jackson Engel at the plate. He takes 3 balls and 1 strike. And especially when you have a young man like Creech on the mound who just gets on the mound and goes.
Exactly.
I like it. I'm personally am all for that. Oh, he turned on one. Havocan back. Out of here. Jackson Engel takes a fastball and turns it around. 335 at least out of the ballpark. First one we've seen this weekend. Jackson Engel. That ball got out hot, quick, and in a hurry, too.
That's the second one I've seen in 8 years of playing here, coaching here, and that was impressive. That one got up in the evergreen, and, you got a little bit of wind from blowing out that way, and he got it just high enough. I wasn't sure it was going to make it over the fence. It was such a line drive. But, again, if you're Creech, you're going to live with that.
Yeah.
You can do that 8 more times and still be fine. So.
Wow. Swing and a miss from Anthony Ford for strike 1. And Ford is a big kid. You think about hitting out. But, man, he barreled that. Ball 1. That was fun.
That was very cool.
That was
a good
fun to
moment.
watch.
It was a good moment.
Absolutely. Jackson Engel is just a big-time player. And that shows you what kind of talent he is.
Very much so, and shows you the heart on that kid. And it's just like I touched on with Ryder working behind the plate, down 9, second game of the day, be easy to check out and just mail it in. And he's still up there taking every at-bat seriously, and that's just really cool to see out of young men like that.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Now to Ford. There's 1 out. 14-6 now. And that ball's lifted into deep center field. Stuckey under it. Makes the catch for out number 2.
And I'm not sure if the scoreboard's correct, but it's showing Creech at 91 pitches. They might have to use another arm here if they don't put it away.
They've been pretty accurate all week. So, yeah, and 2, looking at the scorebook, he's going deep in counts. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me.
It's kind of funny. I saw it with some of our guys, especially a guy like Josh Hagel this summer.
Mm-hmm.
He's got so much swing and miss stuff that guys don't put him in play a whole lot, and you get into those high pitch counts because they're just struggling to put one in play on you.
There's a young man I really enjoyed watching play baseball. Where's he going to school?
State Fair.
State Fair. They're getting a good one.
They are getting a good one.
Now, is he going as an arm or as a bat?
Yeah, he's going to pitch there. Really excited for him to stay close to home. It's about 20 minutes from him. And so for me, I'm selfish in that matter. If I get to still go watch him and be around him, we're going to miss him dearly.
Fletcher goes down on strikes. We'll be back and finish this conversation. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning, 14-6, Elsberry.
America's Navy is the most highly skilled, technologically advanced military force in the world. The breadth and depth of opportunities available in today's Navy stretch from the depths of the sea to the heights of the stars. To find out more, visit www.navy.com.
Folks, Youth Baseball Midwest is a production of Red Earth Productions, LLC. We appreciate you joining us here. I want to give a shout-out to my crew. This is the last game here, and it looks like we're closing in on that. Elsberry got one up there pretty good. But we appreciate Missouri American Legion Baseball State Chairman Tom Rhodes and working with that group. Jim Moran, the commissioner, Zone 2 commissioner, has been in charge of this. We've had a lot of fun with Jim. We appreciate Jim Moran Field here, Fight Baseball, Post 499. But my crack crew over here, Lauren Klutz, our director. She's also bringing you all the pictures here. We hope you've enjoyed that. Drew Klutz, our producer and engineer, bringing you all the graphics, keeping you up to date. And we appreciate that all week, bringing you all that stuff. There you go, that stuff. Brian French, I'm here, executive producer of Youth Baseball Midwest. We appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button.
Number 23.
We got more to come.
Stuckey.
You were saying about Josh Hagel, Connor. He's a dude.
Yeah, he is. And you know the coolest part about Josh Hagel is he would never tell you anything about it. One of the most humble kids I've ever been around. He's a great leader. He's like pushing 30 on his ACT.
Oh.
He's just, you're just lucky if you get one of him to be around. And I had the opportunity to have him for 2 years, so we're going to really miss Josh, but I hope he'll choose to stay around the program and help out a little bit,
2-0 to Lance Stuckey. I remember first time I got my eyes on him was at the championships last year. And there was it just went out of my brain, the shortstop from Washington.
Sam Pauley.
Sam Pauley, jeez. There was Sam Pauley and then Josh Hagel. And those two guys battled it out, kept making unbelievable play after unbelievable play, all tournament long. And it showed when I started watching Hagel playing at Knob Noster this year. He drove that team into they were at the district championship game, lost, I believe, in the district championship.
To Nevada, however you want to say it.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, and Nevada, that was a good program there. They're a perennial power.
Yes, year in and year out, they've got good talent, and the closer you get down to that Springfield area, the more travel ball you get exposed to, and the better the baseball gets, and that's the piece of American Legion that we're missing right now, is that part of the state. We need to get them back.
Absolutely, I agree. Gavin Woodson now getting into the hit parade here for Elsberry.
Yeah, and back to Sam Pauley. He just finished his freshman year at State Fair. I think he started darn near every game at shortstop for him. So it'll be cool to see both of those dudes on the same team. And
yeah,
it's both of those kids are the perfect picture of American Legion baseball that you could put out there. They're great ambassadors for our game and guys for younger guys to look up to. So it's cool to have them both there at home in Sedalia.
So the ball upstairs. Brennan Howard at the plate took over for Gavin Marshall at first base, takes ball one. And a little grounder.
That's going to do a job.
Ford up with it, gets Howard. And so 1 out, the winning run basically at second base. And here's Noah Taylor.
Noah's had a really good day at the plate today. I'm not sure he's recorded an out yet, so.
No, he's been on all 3 times. He's 2 for 2 with the base on balls. He did get, I think, the out on the 1-6.
The steal.
Yes.
Yep.
He was caught stealing.
that was the first and third play that they had kind of drawn up, kind of sacrificing them for a run. So I won't knock him too much on that one.
Coach told him to do that.
Yes, that's all coaching.
2-0 to Taylor. Love those guys that contribute at the bottom of the order. You need it. I mean, if you're going to be a championship level team, you got to be deep in the lineup. Swing and a miss, strike one.
It just puts so much more pressure on the pitcher. There's no letdowns, let ups. There's no just going on cruise control and being effective with your pitches down there. It just goes to show you how pivotal and how much it matters to have a 1 through 9 lineup that can threaten to score runs and produce runs.
Absolutely. Connor, I want to say to Connor Spinaga, I got to know him last year at the state championships with his team, and I appreciate talking baseball with him here, and we're gotten to know him a little bit. Folks, he knows the game of baseball, and I appreciate him coming over and dropping his knowledge on us here as we've been watching these last 2 ball games.
I really appreciate the opportunity to get on here with you guys. Really appreciate the work that you're all doing over there to promote Legion baseball and really just baseball in general. It's pivotal to growing what we've got going on here and keeping the game alive and well. And just can't say enough good things about what you're all doing for American Legion baseball, specifically in Missouri.
And that is ball 4. I'm really enjoying the Legion baseball talk. We had Ben Ruck on last week. Ben Ruck was great from Eureka. He talked about some great things. I like what some of these young guys are doing in these programs and really working to help the athletes continue to develop. And I think you're one of them. I think, and there's different approaches, but it's all the same, and moving these clubs in the right places.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to get the right guys with the right intentions and leadership roles, and it's an exciting time to be a part of it.
And the tag, Creech sends one into deep center field. Everybody comes up, moves up 90 feet. Lance Stuckey scores on the sac fly from Brady Creech.
Now batting.
Out number 2.
Logan Havocan.
Elsberry had somebody warming up in the bullpen. We'll see how good of a teammate Havocan is here, if he wants to let his buddy get in the game or not.
All right. Havocan from the left side takes ball 1.
For the moment,
Ryder on deck.
For the moment he was put in, Connor Haynes has done a great job out of the bullpen today.
Absolutely. And that ball is hit hard to the second baseman. Bobbles it and gets the out and extends the game to the top of the 7th inning. We'll be right back. Creech out for the top of the 7th inning. And he's going to face Hayden Burns. Luke Waltemate and then Preston Burns. So that's where we're at. This is the last opportunity. Could the Sixers do it? Absolutely they could. It's going to be a monumental comeback if they do.
I would not bet my mortgage on it.
Creech, strike one. I wouldn't either. I'll just tell you that right now. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Creech knows he's only got 10 pitches left to finish this ball game, so I got to imagine he's in attack mode.
And a ground ball, foul. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Connor.
Going to be no nibbling right here. We're going to here it is. Hit it.
Burns fouls a couple off, making him work a bit harder. Does it again on the curveball.
Burns is going to make sure we get a pitching change. He's not ready to go home yet. They're going to milk every second.
Hey, that's
of
good
this.
hustle, Mr. Haynes. Love that. The big guy getting back there, getting the ball.
.101 for Brady Creech.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we are definitely going to see a pitching change probably after this hitter or this batter. And Burns just keeps working. Want to give a shout out to the officials here today. As Creech sits down Burns.
Now batting number 22, Connor Haynes.
For out number 1, behind the plate is Mike Reeds. At first base is Josh Nolan, and at third base, Brett Compliment. And they've done a great job today.
Absolutely. Kept the game moving. Haven't inserted themselves when they didn't need to. Just a very professional crew, and can't say enough great things about these three.
Strike 1 to Haynes. Strike 2. Hitting for Waltimate. Strike 3. So it can't be right up there.
Yeah, so you can start a batter with.
Okay.
You can get to. Okay. If you hit 105 or more during a batter, as long as you started him 104 or less, or 105 or less. Sorry.
I gotcha.
You can finish your at bat. So, what a day from Brady Creech, and we'll see who they bring in to finish this thing out.
Looks like Cam Casso is going to come in. They're just going to trade places, it looks like. Cam Casso is going to come in and finish this out. Connor, what do you got? What do you got going on the rest of the summer?
So I coach football. So we're in the middle of football camp right now. Then we got dead week next week. I'll be going on vacation with the family and try to milk the last couple weeks before I go back to work. I'm a high school business teacher, so the summers are they're a lot of fun.
So what high school you teach at, bud?
I'm at Lincoln R2. It's about 20 minutes south of Sedalia. It's where I went to high school, and I coach high school football and high school baseball there, and then do the FBLA program.
How's your football program, bud?
So last year was probably the worst we've had in a long time, but historically we've been good. It's a relatively new program. It's like 12 or 13 years old now, comparatively, right?
Yeah.
But we went on three state semifinals runs between 2016 and 2019 , so had a lot of success. And then
now batting for the
2 years ago we went to the state semifinal. So the gonna be juniors, we have a very good gonna be junior class that we look to have a pretty good rebound year this year.
Very good, very good. Well, good luck to you, man.
Thank you. We will need it.
Casso throws a strike at the knees to number 14. I'm going to get this young man's name.
I think his last name is Bone.
You're correct. Grady Bohm. I would imagine a brother of Cade.
If I had to guess.
I would guess correctly. Hitting for his brother.
Hits
Little
it to
ground ball
Creech.
to Creech. He's going to finish it with the ground ball. The 2024 Missouri American Legion Baseball State Champions this year. Elsberry post 226. 43-3 on the season. A dominating performance here today.
There's a water cooler on Coach. Love to see it. Love to see it.
And that was Conrad. That makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Right?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And congratulations. Congratulations. Folks, we're going to sign off here today. We'll have some interviews for some players of the game. We'll have picks up. Great time here. Thanks to Connor Spinagle, all the folks here at Hidden Valley Park, Jim Moran Field. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your support. Please hit the subscribe button. Have a great day in the Lord, everybody. Goodbye for today from Jim Moran Field.